Hi Kitty, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Miss Kalinowicz. I'm one of the career counselors at Jones High School, where you'll be going to school next year. One of my jobs is to meet with incoming freshmen to help them choose their elective courses, the classes that you get to choose. So it's not like your math and your science and things like that. Most of the time, students choose these courses based on interests that they have or careers they are thinking about for their future. Do you have any questions about my job or what we might be doing today?
No.
Are you excited about high school? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit? Okay. So when you think about high school, what types of classes do you see yourself in? So there's no right or wrong answer. This is just what classes you would take if you could take them. What types of things might you be interested in as far as classes?
I kind of think like what do you mean by clubs that you would be
Well,
doing,
this would
or,
be actual classes. So clubs. We will have lots of clubs that you can choose from when you get there. Probably anything that you would be interested in, there's probably a club. But what happens once you come to high school, which is a little bit different than junior high, is you get to choose some of the classes that you take. So you'll still take a math class and a science class. You'll take a reading and writing class, and you'll take a PE class. But then there's two classes that you get to choose to take. So they might relate to music or auto mechanics or working with children. There's some classes that do that. There's some classes that go along with cooking. So if you could choose a class to take, what might interest you?
I think I would do a music class and maybe a cooking class.
All right, music and cooking. We do have classes for both of those, so you look like you are in luck. Anything else that might be interesting or fun that maybe you'd want to take?
Maybe something like a STEM class.
Okay, so you like that science and technology kind of stuff? Okay, what do you like about that type of class?
I like that you get to sometimes create things or learn more about an object and stuff.
Very good. Okay, so thinking about your future career. Now I know you have some time before you have to choose on a job, but what do you see yourself doing as far as a career?
I think that I might have one or two jobs as far as maybe a actress or a story writer.
Okay. Good. So it seems like you're more on that kind of creative side, right? Where you get to be a little bit more creative and make some choices and things like that. Good. So those are some excellent thoughts and excellent ideas. So one of the tools that career counselors use to help their students make some choices with classes, especially if they're having some difficulty making some choices, is an online tool called an interest profiler. You completed this assessment earlier this week in your advisory at school. Do you remember doing that?
Yes.
How did that type of assessment make you feel?
Kind of made me feel kind of like a way where this was going to show me a little bit more of where I want my future to lead to. So something like that, the questions kind of helped me thinking of what job I would want to do and grow into as I got older.
Excellent. Okay, well let's look at the results and choose some class options. So these are the printouts of your results, okay? And the results are categorized by 6 different, they call them personality types. And your top 2 were artistic, so that really fits in with some of the things that you were saying, right? And then social. So if you look at artistic, it's people with artistic interests like work that deals with the artistic side of things, such as acting, music, art, and design. So you seem to have a pretty good grip on who you are, right? And the things that you like. There's more creativity in their work. And a lot of it is kind of go with the flow types of things, right? You don't have a lot of rules. Good.
And I feel myself that doesn't, when it's go with the flow of things, it kind of helps get rid of like stress and stuff, because you don't have to have just like a certain thing. Like you can choose from anything.
Very good. That's a great coping skill too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your second highest is what they call social. So these types of people like working with others to help people learn and to grow.
Mm-hmm.
They like working with people more than working with objects, machines, or information. And that one's a little bit different, right? Because you were into the STEM class, right? Which is actually working with some things. But if you look at your other scores, they're all very close to each other. So they all kind of make sense.
Yeah, and it's kind of, I really like to help people out and stuff, so I kind of get why I would have social.
Yes, very good. Okay, so I went through and kind of made a list based on artistic and social for some of the classes that we have to offer that you can pick from. And then if you want to add something like a STEM or something like that, those would actually fit into your science later on in high school, and that'll be a choice that you can take after your freshman year. So those will be choices that you have a little bit later on. Okay, but for next year, you can do something. We have Art 101, which is the basics of all types of different art. So drawing, painting, clay, ceramics, all of that kind of stuff. We do have a Drama 1 class, so it's a drama and acting class that really gets you into what that sort of job or that element is all about. Choir is an option. Band is an option. Orchestra. We do offer just a strictly drawing class. We have a paint media class, so that deals with painting on all sorts of different types of materials. We have graphic arts, which is a computer art, so all of the work is done on computers. And then we do have a dance class that you can take also that would take the place of PE for half of the school year. Okay, and then for your social part, we have 2 classes that fit into that. We have child development, so you would learn all about how children develop from birth all the way up through the teen years, and you do some activities and you get to work with kids and observe kids a little bit in that class if that's something that you like to do. And then we have a class called Community Leaders, where you learn about volunteer opportunities. You go out into the community and do some different volunteering and some different work, and you learn a little bit about the community and what it means to be part of a community. So do any of those kind of seem interesting to you that I can put on your list?
I feel like volunteering.
Okay, so you like the Community Leaders class.
Yes,
okay.
And I also like the drama choir.
Okay, and then drama and choir. Excellent. And so I'll put those on your list, and then we kind of just fit them into your schedule based on the other classes that you take and things like that. So I'll add them to your student profile, and we'll work them into your schedule however we can. And if you can't get into one of them this year, they're always offered next year and things like that. So we'll keep working with your schedule. You and I will see each other again, not until April. So I know that'll be some time, but we'll go through your schedule at that time. We'll make some changes. Maybe by then, maybe volunteering isn't a thing you decide to do. So we could put something in place there if that's, if we want to make some changes. These papers are for you. You can take those home if you want to show your parents and kind of talk about what we talked about today. You can do that if you would like to. You can go in and look at, it gives you the website. You can go in and look at those things a little bit more, and it'll give you some jobs that go along with those different types, those kinds of things. I have a copy that will go into your student folder, and then we'll use that in high school when we actually get into college and career planning and different things like that. So do you have any questions?
No.
No, okay. I know it's a lot, right? And you almost just started 8th grade and we're already talking about high school, but there's a lot of planning that goes into it, okay? Thank you so much for seeing me today. If you think of anything, you can contact me over at the high school, or Miss Smith, your school counselor here, can answer some questions too and contact me if you need to. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you. It was so
Thank
nice to
you.
meet you.